this great. We got some great candidates here, and you listen to them all, and everybody sounds so great. But what the best thing we got going on for us right now is you people right here. Look at the excitement we have in this room. The excitement to take that. And it started back in February of last year, less than a year ago. As was mentioned, there was 30,000 people that came to the first Tea Party movement. It's expanded now. In less than a year, we have over 1 million people coming to these events. There's a nationwide grassroots movement to take back our country. And I want to thank each and every one of you for being part of it. I've been a big supporter of the Tea Party movement for a long time. I spoke at the not only the events I've had here in Nevada, but also in Tennessee. And that's an inside joke from yesterday. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at a pivotal time in our state's history, in our nation's history. And that makes the importance of this election absolutely crucial. This time is different. This time it's too important. This time it's about putting Nevada first. Now, Ronald Reagan once said, the 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, well, I'm from the government, and I'm here to help. Well, considering the kind of leadership we have seen in Washington recently, I don't blame you for feeling that way. What motivates me in this race is you, the American people. You have decided you're going to take back your country. Like you, I am fed up with the arrogance of our elected leaders and the corruption and waste of our federal government. What happened to the days when we honored and upheld the Constitution? What happened to the days of state, local, and family control over our lives? The left is hard at work trying to dismantle our system bit by bit, and right now, there just aren't enough conservatives in Washington to stop them. Instead, we have the likes of Harry Reid running our nation. Reid is out of touch with Americans, and he's out of step with our Constitution.
Yes.
While Harry Reid lives in a penthouse suite in the Ritz-Carlton Hotel in Washington, D.C., millions and millions of Americans are losing their homes. While Reid boasts how he's going to raise $25 million so he can keep his job, millions and millions of Americans are losing theirs. Do you realize we have a 13% unemployment rate right here in Nevada? And it's only getting worse. Now, earlier this year, Harry Reid refused to meet with you, the people he's supposed to serve, to discuss his health care plan. He actually refused to listen to his own constituents. That's why we need to retire Harry Reid.
Yeah!
It's different. This time it's too important. This time it's about putting Nevada first. Now, I wanted to hear from you, so I held my own healthcare town hall. We had over 300 Nevadans show up, many of which were Reid supporters, frustrated that Harry Reid won't listen to them. Now, we discussed my 4-point healthcare reform plan that would substantially reduce healthcare costs without costing the taxpayers $1 additional dollar. It's market-driven and includes tort reform, which would help eliminate this cost. The people of Nevada will be heard on Harry Reid and his concept and practice of government. For those of you who believe in an all-powerful federal government that caters to special interest groups and exhausts our nation's treasury with never-ending spending programs, then Harry Reid is your man. But for those of you who believe in a limited government, lower taxes, honest regulation, meaningful accountability, someone who will fight to defend our country through the terrorists, fight and defend illegal and stop illegal immigration, and be a protector of the Second Amendment, I ask you for your support. Concept and practice of government is having a devastating effect upon our nation. This administration is on course to saddle you and me and all of our children with the deficit in excess of $13 trillion. The level of spending is so enormous that even the communist Chinese are calling for restraint.
That's right.
The creditworthiness of the United States government is being openly questioned in international circles. Do you realize that in a very short period of time, 75 cents for every dollar you pay in taxes is going to go to pay the interest alone on that federal debt? We need to end this reckless, immoral, and irresponsible spending. We need to let Harry Reid and his cronies know that this time it's different. This time it's too important. This time it's about putting Nevada first. Nevadans are tired of a government that promises the moon but delivers a mountain of debt. You need responsible representation, and that is why I am beating Harry Reid in every single poll. Nevadans are tired. Nevadans do not want long-term partisan politicians or party establishments. You need an independent voice that will go back to Washington, D.C. and put Nevada and our country first and fight for what's right. When I be given the opportunity to represent you, I promise to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. I will work hard to create new jobs by empowering small businesses. I will fight for tax cuts and tax incentives and be an advocate for the only economic stimulus that has ever worked, unleashing the creativity and entrepreneurial spirit of the American people by getting government off our backs and out of our wallets. I will be a representative of you and an advocate for you. I believe in the promise of our country and a bright future for Nevada and her people. I believe in restoring the promise of limited government and true unfettered prosperity. And I know that with the help of people like you, we can make a real difference. A difference that will shock the power structure of Washington, D.C. I ask you for your support. I hope I can count on your vote, because this time it's different. This time it's too important. This time it's about putting Nevada first. Please go to my website at tark2010.org. I hope you'll support me. Thank you very much.